Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pokka and welcome to another amazing episode of one of our live videos. Okay, that wasn't so well like I used to. It's because we haven't been here for a while, so I won't say I'm losing the touch, but you guys understand. But anyways, today we are going to be introducing something actually really new, which is something we spoke about in our last live session, and it is called Epic Musical Saga. We are going to be reacting to different sort of sounds, melody, music, just to say. And our reactions are going to be live as you are listening to it. And yeah, basically, for me, this is my first time doing this. So, yeah, I'm kind of like with you guys as well. So, I will be finding out as we are doing it. So, today I have with me Ujat, I have Fatima, I have Mariam, and I have Luke, who can't for a reason mute his microphone. Now, so I'm going to allow all of them to introduce themselves. Then from there, Ujat is going to take over.
All right, let me start with myself. Welcome to the poker, everybody. It's Rujat Sama, the epic voice behind the Dragon Ball video, and I'm very much excited to be here because of what this particular saga has done for me in my life. So yeah, I'm very much excited. Thank you.
Fatima.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go next. My name is Fatima or Zara, anyone that's more comfortable. Um, I got into the whole epic album and the entire storyline because my brother showed me the animatics of Ruthless because he was like, yo, this song hits hard, you have to listen to it. And I listened to that one, then listened to the next one, and then I was listening to everything. So I'm a big fan of the storyline, mythology, and the album. So let's do this.
Um, Hi guys, this is Mariam. I am so excited to be doing this. This is my first time, and how did I get into Epic? Well, I had a friend who she was into like theater and theater arts kind of. So she first introduced me to like Hamilton and stuff, and then after she started listening to Epic and she showed me the first song and that completely hooked me. I was like, okay. And then I like the fact that it's kind of like continuous every time you have like sagas that are being released, new music and the animatics. I haven't watched the animatics, so I'm so excited for this one.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Cloak, not my real name, obviously, but I like it like this. I got into Epic when okay, so I use Spotify a lot, and sometimes they recommend new songs for me, and I listen to them and I enjoy them. And one day I listened to Just a Man. I listened to Just a Man and I knew I liked it, and it will once in a while pop up in my random in my shuffle, and I was like, okay, maybe I should check out who sang this. Maybe he has other bangers for me. And I went and I'm like, oh, it's part of an album. Let me check out the album. And I realized, oh, whoa, it's a whole lot bigger than I thought it was. And that was just before the Underworld saga came out. So I had like about four or five whole sagas I could feast on before the Underworld saga came out, and it was nice. It was very very good, and I basically got obsessed. It He ended up being like my most prominent artist for like months on end. So yeah, and I love the animatics. I love the different spins to the animatics. If I was not as incredibly lazy as I am, I would have animated my own as well because I will be listening to the songs and I can already imagine exactly how I would animate it in another like reality where I actually sat down to do work from time to time. So yeah, it's something I really, really like, and I won't say I'm obsessed because I have been obsessed already and I'm coming down now. But it is still like a really, really big part of my whole music culture. Okay, that's all.
Yeah, and I am Oladapo, the guy that is just, getting into this. culture. So Ujad, I think this is where you actually take the whole thing.
All right, man. For those of you that are still wondering, what the hell are these people even talking about? I want to mention that Epic the Musical is basically in the name a musical series done by. Please forgive me if I'm brutalizing your name. I thought it was George. People say it's Jorge. So Jorge Rivera Herrans, and he's basically the mastermind, and he did the musical based off of Homer's the Odyssey. It's based on the Odyssey about Odysseus and his and everything that happened between the war of Troy till how he eventually gets back home. So basically that's what Epic the Musical is about. And just so you know, the voice of Odysseus in this series is by the main guy, Jorge Rivera Herrans. So I want everybody to listen to it. We'll be doing a reaction per saga. Each live we do under Epic is going to be a reaction, and we'll give our thoughts. And at the end of the reaction, at the end of the entire saga, we're going to give our favorite songs and leave to you guys in the comment section to vote which is your favorite. So without further ado, let's start with the first in the series, Us and the Infant. Dapo, on to you.
Okay, so I'm about to be amazed and have my mind blown like they promised me. So I'm going to hit play and yes, from here we'll see what happens.
All right, my brothers, listen closely. Tonight we make the Trojans pay. 10 years of war, they killed us slowly. But now we'll be the ones who slay. Think of your wives and your children. Your families wonder where you've been. They're growing old and yet you're still here. Do what I say and you'll see them again. Yes, sir. Diomedes will lead the charge. Agamemnon will flank the yards. Menelaus will let our men through the gates to take the whole city at large. Teucer will shoot any ambush attacking. Little Ajax will stay back. Nestor, secure Helena, protector. Leo, avenge your father, kill the brothers of Hector. Yes, sir. Find that inner strength now. Use that well of pride. Fight through every pain now. Ask yourself inside, what do you live for? What do you try for? What do you wish for? What do you fight for? What do you live for? What do you try for? What do you wish for? What do you fight for? Penelope, Penelope, and Telemachus. I fight for us. I fight for us. Penelope, what do you try for? Telemachus, what do you wish for? I'm on my way. What do you fight for? Attack! Who was that?
A vision of what is to come cannot be outrun, can only be dealt with right here and now.
Tell me how.
I don't think you're ready. A mission to kill someone's son, a foe who won't run, unlike anyone you have faced before.
Say no more. I know that I'm ready.
I don't think you're ready.
It's just an infant. It's just a boy. What sort of imminent threat does he pose that I cannot avoid?
This is the son of none other than Troy's very own Prince Hector. Know that he'll grow from a boy to an avenger, one fumed with rage as you're consumed by age. If you don't end him now, you'll have no one left to save. You can say goodbye to. You can say goodbye to.
him as my own, or send him far away from home. Make sure his past is never known. I'd rather wait for you, down on my knees for you. I'll beg you, please.
You love the gods.
Please don't make me do this. Don't make me do this.
The blood on your hands is something you won't lose. All you can choose is food.
All right. That is the first song in the series, and we are each going to give our reactions and our thoughts about it. Many of us are basically main fans of the series, so we'll hear Dapper's reaction last. But first of all, I want to mention that this particular animatic is done by Gigi or Gigi. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but one thing is, I love everything about Gigi's art. From every single time I see it pop up, it I know I'm in for a good time. So aside from the fact that the song is amazing, we also have these people that do the animatics. They imagine it, they envision it, and they bring it out wonderfully to us. So with that said, I'll start with Zara. Your thoughts about this particular video when you saw it the first time.
Network kicked that out, so I would assume we are starting with Mariam. Oh, she's back. She's back. She's
Okay,
back.
so we move to Mariam. Okay. So Zara, your thoughts.
Okay, so minor spoilers, but I'll try my best not to also drop any spoilers. I like how um they portray him as he's portrayed, both the animatics and the song portrays him as someone who is fighting for his family, his people. He wants justice, and even though he's doing all that, he still has this whole sense of morality and everything. Because, like I said, minus brother, we see him delve later into this ruthless character that is ready to do anything and whatever it takes. But I like how in this song he still has a little bit of his morality. Okay, he wasn't willing to kill the child at first, so it's nice.
Hello.
That's all
Hello.
from me.
That's more of a
Well,
major spoiler, but I hope nobody actually picks up on it. Yes. So, Mariam, your thoughts.
Hmm.
what did I say that made it a major spoiler? I didn't say any details though.
Yeah. But you're forgetting we have very smart people in the audience. Someone like Zypher now would be throwing knives at you if you gave a review about a Marvel movie in that manner. So just keep that for next
Oh,
time. All right,
oh my
Mariam, your
god, I'm
thoughts.
so sorry. Okay, in that case, I'll avoid talking about any future epics from now on. I'll concentrate on what we have just now. Sorry. I'm sorry.
My own
It will be
reaction.
well
Almost,
appreciated.
I had to like stop myself from screaming because I think it's been a while since I like listened to this particular one. And when he got into that part whereby he was like, he's just an infant, I was like, yo, because he also has his own son back at home. And here he is, they're giving him the choice that okay, you either kill this guy or you allow this guy to grow and come back and destroy you. So it's that kind of conflict, the conflict that you can feel the conflict inside this guy's mind. Like he's like, oh my gosh, should I kill this? I can't kill this guy. He's a child, you know. Oh, it was so. I like it. Plus the animatics, I think they were good. Like I would say, I'm crazy about this particular animatics, but they were good. I think for me, it's mostly the music. The music slapped.
All right, Cloak, your thoughts.
Okay, I was practically singing along. If Miriam was trying not to scream, I was practically singing along from the beginning because it had not been a while. I have had the entire album from the first song to the latest song on loop for a while now, right? Not like some days ago. So yeah, it's not been a while for me, but it still hits every single time. And I have watched this animatic before. There's a very, I don't want to brag or sound like too dramatic, but there's a very high chance that there's no animatic you're going to bring for the epic saga that I've not at least checked out at least once. So I've watched it before. I have no problem with it whatsoever. Even if I had any problem with it, I wouldn't say, because I have come to in like I am a very big fan of almost anything animated. So I have come to understand that animation is fucking tough. So that just well done to the animator. Well done to them for however it is they depicted it. It was nice. It was nice. I particularly liked them like the opening shot of Odysseus flicking the match inside inside the Trojan horse. Did they have matches in ancient Greece? Well, it taught Shah. I just realized it just struck me that they did have matches in Asian Greece. But still, I like the opening shot and then the song. It is really cool. It's really cool. And as I said, you can't really discuss this first thing properly without bringing in spoilers. So all I can say, it was fucking cool. And it was the part where he sang along with Zeus is one of my favorite parts. The back and forth and the Zeus. Now Drew was trying to bring excuses. I was trying to bring reasoning. Was trying to bring logic. And Zeus was like, "Bro, look, the gods say so. So just accept it like that. There's nothing you can do. It is the will of the gods. Just rest, my brother in Christ, rest." So like yes, it was fucking cool and it was nice and I sang along with it. So I am definitely enjoying hearing it all over again. It just never gets old.
And that is what I love. That statement that you mentioned, it just never gets old. You know, back during Mordecai NYSC, when I first attempted to be doing workout with Gary and I almost died, this was one of the songs that influenced it. Because I listened to this first song, and when they start Mordecai, that find your inner strength, use your well of pride, what you live for, what you fight for. I was jogging. Like before, I used to complain that I trekked so long to office, but and I at a point I just put this song in my ear and I start jogging. When I get to office, I walk. Then when I'm listening back, I go back because my friends always mention I have weird taste for workout song, but this was one of them. And once I kick back into gear with my workout, this is definitely going to be part of the routine. So yeah, Dapper, what do you think? As new as you are to the series and so on.
Well, one thing I will point out is that I really like the you guys call it animatics. I'm going to say animation. I really like the animation and I like the story, but I won't say I really fully understand what's happening in the story, but I just like how like the musical and the animation match each other. So I think it's something that I might actually be really interested in. So let's see when we see the next few ones.
All All right, then let's move to the next one and let's continue this epic storytelling. So, Dapo, on you.
Okay, so the next one, the next epic, amazing um musical we will be listening to slash watching this evening for everybody's pleasure is up in 2 seconds. Okay, I lied. 3 seconds. Okay, 4 seconds.
I look into your eyes and I think back to the sun of mine. You're as old as he was when I left for war. Will these actions haunt my days? Every man I've slain is the price I pay. Endless pain. Close your eyes and spare yourself the view. How could I hurt you? I'm just a man who's trying to go home. Even after all the years away from what I've known, for his life. Deep down I would trade the world to see my son and wife. I'm just a man. But when does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster? When does a ripple become a tidal wave? When does the reason become the blame? When does a man become a monster? When does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster? Forgive me. Does a man become a monster? Forgive me. I'm just a man.
So there you have it. Just a Man by yes, Just a Man. Ujat. You're on mute. You're on mute. Um, can Zara continue? Because I think
I'm.
Ujat is
I
just.
think. I think I'm the only one here. I feel
Wow.
like I'm the only one here
Me
now.
too.
Wow.
Oh wait,
No,
Can
but we
everyone
are
why
still
aren't
hearing
hear?
our
you.
symbols showing? Why aren't our symbols showing? I can only see
Yeah, we're
mine. Oh,
hearing
there they
you.
are. Okay, okay, okay.
Can everyone still hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Hello, can everyone still hear me concerning
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
I can
yes.
hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, that's good. Ah, good. You know, one of the reasons why I like this particular animatic is because most don't show him actually dropping the child. You get this one was like no reason because you know the first time I listened to this song, it was Mariam that played it for me. I asked her the question, "Wait, did he do it?" Then she I think at that time she told me that yes, he did. And I like the fact that this particular animatic does not allow you to ask questions. It just tells you, shows you that this guy fucking dropped baby right there and there. So yeah, this one really hit. And I think it was at this point I was really hooked to the series because I wanted to know what happened next. Also, there was this argument between me and Cloak, which surprisingly, this Rivera guy, he also made like bloopers on it. You know, when they say when does a comet become a meteor, I always thought they would mention
Richard, I can't hear you anymore. Just in case anybody else can. Can anybody else hear him?
No.
I think his network is acting up.
Zara.
We couldn't hear you for a bit,
Yeah,
so like
what's
you
up?
went completely blank for a bit.
Oh, I said Zara, your turn to give your review. Wow, sorry about that.
Okay.
Nigerian network.
Okay. I am really not sure how on earth I'm supposed to do this without spoilers because it's killing me. But seeing that one of the sentences that recalls I would say a little bit off of when does a man become a monster? Like that just is very incredible. I think one of the things I like best about this series, one of the things that even make me like the whole epic saga and everything is how the artist is able to express different emotions with tone of his voice. When he's struggling, you can tell. You don't have to listen to even, you don't have to see the animatic self to guess what he's feeling in that moment once you're listening to him. You can tell he's angry, you can tell he's frustrated, you can tell he's sad. Hell, you can even tell when he's being smug, like maybe he's not actually sorry for something. Like his voice just has this wide range of expressions. And in this video, it was very clear that, okay, he was struggling with killing the boy. He felt terrible, but then he still understood, okay, like this is what I had to do. So I generally like how he made Odysseus seem like a very life character. Like he gave him more life than the normal myth we just hear. I'm like, okay, yeah, Odysseus did this, Odysseus did that, he went to this, he went to that, that type of thing. His voice range and the whole saga just give a lot of story, make you feel like, okay, you're connected with this person and his journey. So seeing him struggle, listening to the song was honestly just really nice. That's all for me.
And thank you very much for that really heartfelt review. Let's move to Mariam. Your thoughts.
Hmm. It was like the emotions. I think that really got to me. Like the forgive me, the when does a man become a monster? Oh god, like the tunes, every bro, it's so like it's so good. Like it's so good. Like I don't know how to express how well the song like hits. Like even and I'm so happy I'm watching the animatics to like literally I have no words, it's so good, it's so good, and I'm speechless. Another like amazing song from this epic saga, like it's so good.
What this guy used bro, omo, and in different languages just to express how he felt about this song. Oh yeah, nah. Cloak, your turn.
I think I mentioned how this was the first one I heard. Okay, no, that's technically not true. I heard one of the other songs from the probably the next saga, but I only heard it in snippets and I didn't really care then. I didn't think about it much. But this was the first one I really listened to properly. That made me say, "Oh wait, there's a whole saga," and it's so Spotify obviously brings recommendations based on the kinds of songs you like. So apparently Spotify just knew that I would like this kind of song, and it was correct, and I enjoyed it, and I really like that when it's do you, I don't know if you know this thing where you find a song you really like and you find out it is barely 2 minutes long, and you're like, why is this song so short? That's exactly how it makes me feel when it enters that chorus. The chorus happens just twice. It needs more verse. No, it does not need more verses. But every time I listen to it, I know it ends properly. I know it ends where it should end. But at the same time, I'm like, could you just go on a little further? I don't have to put it on repeat for the 15th time. So it's really really nice, and I like the animatic. I like the fact that okay, some other animatics I've watched, they show his mom or his maid, the baby that is, they show her like trying to reach for the baby as it's falling. And personally, I think that touch adds a bit more sadness to it. And I saw one where Odysseus was holding the baby as he was singing the first part, and he wasn't wearing his helmet. And then the moment he went to but when does a comet become a meteor, he put on his helmet, and like this thing happens in like anime when they shift their faces a bit, and then the shadow is cast over their eyes, and okay, it's about to go down. That kind of effect, and it's just really nice seeing the way these people interpret these really tense and kind of depressing moments. And it always hits me when I'm listening to the songs in a row, because the next song is incredibly chirpy and upbeat. So it's a very weird whiplash to go from this heavy into the next one when we do. But it's just good. It's not my favorite, but that's only because they are all so good and it's hard to pick a favorite. So it's way high up there though. It's way high up there. I like it. It's because it's also brought a lot of like TikTok edits that are actually good because TikTok tends to spoil a lot of songs, but I've not seen any TikTok edit that spoils this one yet. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. So yes, all in
Right,
all, I like it very,
that's
very much.
that's very amazing. And I don't know if you remember. I don't know if the network caught me when I was talking about the time whereby we were arguing whether it was when it does a comet
How about
become
the
a meteor, and I
cabbage?
was like, when does
Yeah,
a
yeah,
cabbage become a meteor? You
yeah,
know that
yeah.
this George Herrera Rivera guy, he actually made an edit on it whereby he sang it with "When does a cabbage become a meteor?" He was laughing, but me, I was like, that makes more sense to me because cabbage, soft, is so sweet. If you give
The two of you are not okay. That's all I have to say. Both of you are not okay
somebody with
together.
cabbage, they won't die. They compare it to a meteor. Like, let people who know science not catch me, but I'm like they are
No,
relatively about the same range of destruction.
the logic
But cabbage
between
meteor,
comet the logic is that comets don't strike the ground. Okay, so a meteor, the difference is a comet
sorry,
is
what killed
like it just
dinosaurs?
no, that one is an asteroid. That's a lot bigger. But for something to qualify as a comet or to qualify as a meteor or a meteorite, it has to at least enter the Earth's atmosphere. If it's just harmlessly passing by us, you can actually classify it as a comet. That's
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
that's
but
why.
that's
So
not what the
if it
airbenders will say.
crashes,
In Avatar, that's not
uh,
what the airbenders will say. No become a
okay,
body Moses comment. So I mean, when we look at it from that angle too,
as
sorry,
I
I
said,
feel
you and Yogi are not okay. That's the only same conclusion here. You and Yogi are not okay.
no problem. Dapo, your thoughts on it?
It seems for all of this, my thought is going to be very minimal because I'm just into it. And as it seems, it's like it's a story that because me, it feels like I'm lost in a way. But other than that, the aesthetic is actually quite interesting. For me, I like the aesthetics. I like what I'm seeing. But just my issue is I don't fully understand the story yet. So maybe after the life, I'll just go and like watch the previous ones and try to connect it. Or I'll just connect with Cloak and he will do his thing with me. But anyways, all round is actually quite interesting. It's something that I would advise our viewers to get into. All five of them.
Well, first thing I just want to mention before we move to the next song is that Dapo, believe me when I say that you are in the right space of mind because all you know, right? I don't know if you've seen Troy, the movie Troy, or you've heard about the entire story behind the Trojan horse virus and all that. But basically, at this point, all you are expected to know is that okay, this guy
Gang, gang.
killed a baby. Then we are moving on. The story will keep building from there.
All right
Okay.
then. All right then. So we have the next epic music saga, and in 3, 2, 1, let's enjoy.
600 men, 600 men under my command, with only one goal in mind. Make it back alive to our homeland. 600 men, 600 miles of open sea. But the problem's not the distance, it's what lies in between. And Ithaca's waiting, my kingdom is waiting, the enemy's waiting for me. So force me to hand, force me to hand. Captain, you really just 600 men, 600 men, 600 men with big mouths to feed, and we run out of supplies to eat. First the war, our food stores depleted. 600 men, 600 men, 600 reasons to take what we can.
So, Captain, what's the plan? Captain, what's the plan? Watch where the birds fly. They will lead us to land. There we'll hunt for food, my second in command. Now full speed ahead. We're off and away we go. Full speed ahead. Captain. Politics. Look! There in the distance, I see an island. I see a light that faintly glows. Maybe they're people lighting a fire. Maybe they'll share some food, who knows? Something feels off here. I see fire, but there's no smoke. I say we strike first. We don't have time to waste, so let's raid the place and... No. Polities, gear up. You and I'll go ahead. You and I'll go ahead. We should try to find a way no one ends up dead. We don't know what's ahead. Give me till sunrise, and if we don't return, then 600 men can make this whole place burn. Now full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. We're up, we're off, and away we go. We're up, we're off, and away we go. We're off, and full speed ahead.
Crazy wonderful is what I was saying. Do you know a little history about this song for me is the fact that after I went through this particular saga, 7 times before I realized that this song was a part of this saga. I just never heard this song until I think in July. That was when I heard this song for the first time and I checked the full count. So it was more like I had gone up to the latest saga then and did not realize this was the thing. But when I realized it, basically it fits properly into the story. So it was like, yeah, something was always missing for me. But that's just on my opinion. So Zara, we start with you. Your thoughts about when you heard this song for the first time. Zara?
Uh,
Zara,
I'm here. I'm just in my feelings, I guess.
she's
Again,
still taking
I
every.
will probably repeat myself throughout this whole react. This guy's vocal range is just epic. So you can clearly sense this whole longing for home, a bit of confusion, and it's even light-hearted confusion. Not okay, we are genuinely confused, just light-hearted confusion. Like, okay, how are we going to get home? Well, we're still gonna get home. Don't worry, guys. 600 men, come on, let's go. We're going back home. Um, and I like the fact that even the little things that maybe when we were being told the mythology, it wasn't given that much importance, or we just scaled through it. He still felt the need to emphasize that this is important to the story, because this shows how eager they were to go home, their hopes and dreams. Most importantly, it points out how many men he started with, and they were longing for Ithaca and everything. In the main story, it just says, yeah, they really wanted to go home. That's just the line that you get in the mythology. They really wanted to go home. That's all. But here you have a whole story with depth showing their hunger, their slight frustration, them missing home and longing for it. So again, his vocal range top notch. That's all from me.
Yes, I at 3 different points I was holding my heart that is this girl about to spoil, but you did well. Believe me, you're doing better than before. I'm actually proud of you right now. Yeah. So my
Don't let me swear for you. Don't let me
it's
swear for
not
you.
reaching
I'll
your
just keep
far.
quiet.
Mariam, your turn.
um, it's so crazy how in the previous song, it shows how this guy just murdered a baby, and then now they're just moving forward and just they're like, "Let's go home, guys. We have killed. It doesn't matter. Let's just go home. Let's just be going home." It's a crazy transition. And aside that, I'm not giving any spoilers, but I'm just like, for the new listeners, keep the number 600 men in your back pocket. Just keep it right there, and let's move on to the next song. Also, I think this is part of from. I mean, to the people who are paying attention to the lyrics. Oh my god, to the lyrics. It just shows how trust your guts, guys. Because the guy was like something feels off, but like let him and Politis, I think they should just let the two of them go. So overall, the song was nice. Like Zara said, the guy's vocal range is crazy. It's what makes this song the song, and it's a good transition to what comes after. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And when you mention politics, I'll just say politics, girl. Look, please take it before I say something else.
Yeah, I as I said, this one is a lot more upbeat than the other one,
Look,
and it's really. Can you hear me? Hello.
yeah, we can.
Okay, as I said, this was a
We can
lot
hear
more
you.
upbeat than a lot more upbeat than the previous song. And yes, also keep 600 men in your back pockets. That's going to be right. It's a mystery mouse tool that will help us later. It's the song is very good. I particularly like how upbeat it is, and I like the animatic too very much. I like the way every time it says, "And the problem is not the distance; it's what lies in between." It actually also flashes all the monsters and the things that harm them throughout the saga actually just flash through my head. So the fact that somebody else animated it to flash through their head, to flash through the screen, that is very fucking cool. That is very fucking cool. I love the animators are really cool people. The animatic is really well done. And also, this might sound weird, but I really feel like maybe it's because I'm just used to it, but I really feel like this series works better with animatics. I feel like it would lose its charm if there were actual animations. Like the difference between animatic and animation is that the animatic comes before the animation. All animated things were animatics at once, kind of like from the storyboard where it's just pictures to animatics where the pictures are now moving to animation where you now add all the details. So I feel like whenever I try and imagine it like as a full animation, it always feels off. Like no. This should stay as an animatic. So yes, it's really cool. I just realized I'm one who speaks the most, and time is going really fast. So yes, what I have to say, I love this animatic because of that flash it did across the screen of all the monsters and the encounter. So yes, that's all I have to say. I fucking love this song.
That's same here because, like I told you, I missed this song the most. So the one time I got to listen to it, it held a special place in my mind because unfortunately this particular saga is not my favorite saga. My favorite saga is the one I listen to every day. And I dare say I listen to it almost as much as I watch Dragon Ball at this period of my life. So when we get to that saga, definitely you'll know. And for those that are my friends that know how much I watch Dragon Ball, it's that crazy. So Dapo, anything you would like to add before the next song?
I don't have anything to add to it. Like I said, I'm just here for the beautiful animations and the awesome music.
All right, then let's move to Open Arms. Oof.
I love this one.
On you, Dapo.
I am a bit jealous that you guys are geeking out and I don't even know why. I don't even really understand. But anyways, I will get there. I will get there.
Uh,
So it's coming up. Unarmed.
You can relax, my friend. Huh? I can tell you're getting nervous, so do yourself a service and try to relax, my friend. And find politics. Think of all that we have been through. We'll survive what we get into. I know that you're tired of the war and bloodshed. Tell me, is this how we're supposed to live? Look at how you grip your sword and upset. Why should we take what we could give? You can show a person that you trust them when you stop and lower your guard. Here we have a chance for some adjustment. Give it a try, it's not that hard. I'm telling you, this life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place, we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms. Stay back, my friend. Greet the world with open arms. We're only here for food. 600 friends are waiting for us to show our faces. Stay back, I'm warning you. If we don't get back safely, my men will turn this place into blazes. See? This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place, so we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms. My friend, I wish that I could say that I agree, but look at the way this fruit is glowing and filled with glowing seeds. It took me a while to notice just what kind of fruit they eat. It's a lotus, it controls your mind and never lets you free. That's what we'd get with open arms. Lotus eaters, I'd like to show my friend that kindness is brave. Could you tell me where there's other food to eat? A cave! You're saying there's a cave where we could feast. And where do we sail to find this food-filled cave? East. Thank you. This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. I see in your face there's so much guilt inside your heart. So why not replace it and light up the world? Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms. You can relax, my friend.
I think I could hear Mariam singing along, like little whispers along. So I'm just going to very much mention that. And aside from that, oh God, I believe that we'll not properly be able to talk about this the way we are meant to until we are done with the second saga, because
Agree.
it is after the second saga whereby the the first half of the main talks can actually hit in. Because right now I'm holding myself from shedding a tear at how beautiful the song is. So based on that, I would like to. I think Zara has been kicked out. So I'd like to ask Mariam to greet the world with open arms and tell us what you think about this.
Okay, so I'll first start with like the song itself. The song itself is so nice. Like one of like in among my top 5 songs from the entire epic saga, like this is up there. Like I genuinely love this song. It's so upbeat, the beats are nice. In fact, it deceives you and makes you think that, oh my god, life is just, everybody should be kind, go out there, hug that random homeless person out there. But you see, this shows that wahala for the kind people. That's all I'm going to say. Wahala for the kind people. Anyway, Sha, yeah, that's the major thing. The song was really, really. I love the song. That's why I was singing along to it, and I'm waiting for the next song.
Yeah, and one thing I want to add to that is that this song would have been my favorite song if so many other great songs in other sagas did not exist. Like
Exactly.
single saga, I always have a song that beats the my previous favorite song. But as of now, this was my favorite song. Although then again, I'm in a dilemma because I've listened to this so many times, and it now
Mm.
makes it hard to choose between two particular songs. But Chad, let's move to Cloak. Let's hear what he has to say about this song.
Okay, so one of my friends okay, no, okay, you know what, sorry, that's a spoiler, although it's the first thing that came to my mind. Yes, I like the song very much. Just know that the way you kept 600 men in your pocket, like Zara said you should do, this this life is amazing. Keep that on. Don't keep it in your pockets because that is too far. Just hold it in your hand. Just you're going to need it across every single saga that comes. That is the most I can say without it being a spoiler. You are going to need it across every single saga you're going to come across. It is this song has so much of an impact on the entire saga, and it sounds so chirpy now, but the time will reach where you'll be like, "Please stop! It's enough! Yeah, I'm begging you, stop torturing me like this." I genuinely, it's not even one of my favorite. It is really good, but not one of my favorites. But the impact it has across the entire story is undeniable. It is really really good, honestly. I love the this I watched Animatic before as well. I love the fact that he threw Odysseus' sword away and Odysseus grabbed his own sword when he went to fight back. Also, a point is that the Lotus Eaters in the original Odyssey story, they were just dudes that were high. They were not cute little animals like this. So, but everybody in the epic animatic communities agreed that they're cute little guys. So cute little guys they shall be. I love this song because of the impact it has throughout the entire saga. And if this series that we're trying to do actually like pans out well, you guys are going to understand why exactly the impact, the why exactly this particular song has so much of an impact. That's all I've got to say with that. I can say without spoiling anything.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I was saving this line to use. So, Zara, I hope when you listen to this song, you learn to greet the world with open arms. So, once you do that, please tell us your thoughts about it.
You thought you ate.
As you are using this line on me, I hope you do not come to regret it when I decide to do my own back. Okay. So
I did it better.
generally I'm gonna okay, I would rather save this for afterthoughts for the entire album. But um it's interesting that some out of people with him are still cheerful despite everything they've done, everything they've been through, and he is just plagued with guilt and finding it really hard to just greet the world with open arms. So, like I said, it is incredibly interesting to see how each and every emotion is represented, and also this little journey he's going through. So we can see not just the crew's journey, but also his own internal journey. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's actually quite on the heavier thought process because this first saga was actually a very deceptive saga as far as I'm concerned. It's from the second saga that people's eyes start opening to, okay, this is what is actually going on. And every single thing that they did in this first saga had a ripple effect in every other saga. So while we're all here being upbeat and smiling, let's prepare our minds for the emotional, beautiful journey we are going to go through. So
What
therefore,
happened to
anything
no
you have to add to
spoilers?
this,
What
that
happened to no spoilers? You are
wasn't a
spoiling it right now.
spoiler. I said it's an emotional journey, like beautiful emotional journey. You pointing it out makes it seem more of a spoiler. But chats, don't quote me. Don't quote me. So therefore, your words.
Okay, my lovely people.
Dapo?
Yes, I'm here. I'm sure you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Confirm you can hear me.
Yes,
You can hear me,
sir.
yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes,
So
sir.
for this particular one, I would actually say I accept it with open arms. Okay, you get. I'm trying to do a play on the word. I accept it with open arms. And also, I think I'm starting to pick up on the story slowly. Slowly, I think I'm starting to pick up on the story. That's it. That's it.
All all right then. And like I told you, just have patience because this is where we're actually keen into what the Odyssey is about. And basically, I think at the point when I got stuck with the saga, I went to go and read the Odyssey myself. After reading it, and I went to go and listen to videos explaining it to further understand what actually went on. And it got me excited for every single saga that I had listened to. So let's move to the next one. Waiting on you, Dapo.
Damn.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you? Athena! Have you forgotten to turn off your heart? This is not you. I see you changing from how I've designed you. Have you forgotten your purpose? Let me remind you. Goddess of wisdom, master of war. My life has one mission: create the greatest warrior. I had a challenge, a test of skill, a magic bar only the best could kill. One day a boy came for the thrill, a boy whose mind rivaled the bars on the wheel. Let's go! Maybe one day he'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know he'll change the world, 'cause he's a warrior of the light. Maybe one day I'll reach him and we can build his skills as I teach him. If there's a problem, he'll have the answer. He's a warrior of the light. Show yourself. I know you're watching me. Show yourself. I can see you. How can you see through my spell? I was lying, and you fell for my bluff. Well done, enlighten me, what's your name? You first, and maybe I'll do the same. Nice try, but two can play this game. Nah, don't be modest, I know you're a goddess, so let's be honest, you are Athena. Athena, badass in the arena, unmatched, pretty and queen of the best strategies we've seen. If you're looking for a mentor, I'll make sure your time's well spent. Sounds like a plan, goddess and man, best as a friend. We'll see where it ends. Okay. Maybe one day they'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know we'll change the world, 'cause we are the warriors of the light. Maybe one day we'll reach them and we can build their skills as we teach them. If there's a problem, we'll have the answer. We are the warriors of the light. I still intend to make sure you don't fall behind. Don't forget that you're a warrior of a very special kind. You are a warrior of the mind. Don't disappoint me. Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you? Athena! Have you forgotten to turn off your heart? This is not you.
All right, beautiful. I think I would need to make a small explanation. You see, Spacebar as an animator, I recently found out about their work, and I saw this particular animatics, And I decided to choose it because it had, I feel like of all the animatics that I had watched, this was the one that basically reflected the power of Athena in her inner world. That was why I decided to choose it for this reaction. There are others that the
Yes,
other
yes,
animatics
I agree to
tend
that.
to, yeah, the other animatics tend to actually continue the story from where it stops with polities, but this took a different dimension. And because it reflected Athena's power properly, that was why I decided to choose this. So just imagine this is happening immediately after Politis gave Odysseus the apple. So I wanted to make that clear before hitting everybody's reaction. So I'll start with you, Mariam. Your thoughts when you heard the song and your thoughts on this animatic.
Okay, like I said, I've not watched like any animatics, so I think I was used to how the song flows in the album itself. So I was expecting a different song, so I was kind of like surprised with this song. But after your explanation, I now understand, and it makes sense the way you explained it. The song overall is really nice. I love the introduction to the
No, no, no,
dynamic
no. Wait,
between
wait, Mariam. Sorry to cut
what?
you off. The song follows each other chronologically. Is the animatic, the space of the animatic that is not chronological, but the song follows each other chronologically. Just want to
Really?
put that in.
Really?
Yes, this is the last song of the saga.
L- Wait. Sorry, repeat yourself. I'm confused now.
I think you're probably confusing this one. I'm saying that this song is the last song of this saga. It follows each other chronologically. The one you are confusing it with is the last song of the next saga.
No,
Yeah.
wait. I don't wait really because I think the way I listen to it as
Yes.
because I listened to it both on Spotify and YouTube Music, and then after the previous song Open Arms, there's another like the way I listened to it, there was another song after it, and then this comes like a bit later, kind of. So I was confused.
You are remembering another song. There are two Athena songs that start kind of similarly, but the second one
Exactly.
is spoiler. That is a different. I get what they're saying. There are two. Sure, this is not that one. This is another one. This is the first one. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, Athena we show you show her face
Yeah.
again in another song in the next saga.
Oh, okay.
The last song for that saga as well too, right? Yeah, the last song for that saga as well.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Last song of that saga. Don't worry, when we get there, you see eventually. So continue. Sorry.
I love the introduction to the dynamic between Athena and Odysseus. Like it's nice. I specifically or I really like the animatics. I think the animatics shows more. I think the clips I've seen on TikTok and watching this one, like it doesn't compare. This one is much better. I really, really enjoyed the animatics and the song flowed and everything. It's really nice.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. And like I mentioned, Spacebar new. Like I saw this song, I think 8 days ago, and I was like, of all the animatics I had watched, be the best. It's like it fit more to my imagination of Athena's inner world than others. But Cloak, what do you think? Your thoughts? Cloak?
Sorry, I'm here. Sorry, I was this on my phone and it took me from Opera for a bit, so I couldn't tap. Anyway, um, so first of all, I also watched this animatic some days ago, and it's actually I think the way Yogi arranged it is perfect already. But if it had actually come just before Odysseus killed the baby, it would have also made lots of sense. Like it would have made sense. Like Odysseus is trying to wonder maybe he shouldn't do anything. Like, no boy, I remember how I taught you, remember how I trained you, finish the mission, and go ahead with it and all stuff like that. Another little I also love this advertising because apart from the fact that it's so extremely well done, it also it shows that power dynamic between Odysseus and Athena because since it has been like Odysseus, the way they normally are, like Odysseus is like one cool aunt or one big older sister that is saying, no, do this, do that. Sorry, Athena is one cool aunt, one cool older sister that is saying, Odysseus, do this, do that. But no, Athena is a fucking goddess. Her morals and her attitudes and all are not like on par with us humans. If she feels Odysseus has run his course and she killed him right there and then, no one can really say why you're doing that because she's a fucking goddess. So it really showed the power dynamic between them, and I like it. I like the animatic very much for that. My one gripe with it, if except I missed it because I a bit distracted just now. But did she high five? Did Odysseus try to give her a high five? Because one other little bit. Okay, the same way politics seems to always have glasses, and in the animatics for some reason, and and a handband, and there are some little details in the animatics that it feels like the Yogi did not specify them, but the epic animatic community has basically adopted those points. And one thing that we adopted, I say we, even though I've not made a single animation in my entire life, but one thing that we adopted is that Odysseus, when he's like, "You are Athena, goddess in the badass in the arena," all of that, and she's like, "If you're looking for a mentor, I'll make sure that you're spending." He like, "It's like a plan, goddess a man, best is a friend." That he try and high five her, and then she's like, "We'll see how it ends." And she just walks in and he high fives himself instead. Like, oh, okay. I just okay. This it was not in the animatic, but it's I just like that little detail because it's like it's part of the whole thing that makes the entire thing cute when it's actually not cute. It's a very obvious power play kind of thing. But it's the fact that we can't talk about spoilers is actually very 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 somehow because that whole high five thing is not referenced by Yogi, but us in the animatic community have accepted that it's referenced again close to the end of the series. So yeah, it's just nice. I remember I put this one on repeat often. I also used to confuse it for the other at the beginning. I used to confuse it for the other one that Miriam was talking about, the other Athena song. But this I prefer this one to it because it has that really upbeat feel even though it is not supposed to be. It has that upbeat feeling, and I like it very much. It's just nice. And my favorite part is the high five, the implied high five that Odysseus just did not get. Poor guy. He just wanted to be friends. Just wanted to be friends. Anyway, yeah, that's all I have to say. That is just shy of geeking out like a child.
Yeah, and yeah, following what you mentioned, I just wanted to. I think I saw him try a high five, or maybe he tried to place his hand on her shoulder, or one of the two. I can't really remember. But what you mentioned is something I actually know comes very strongly later on. But one thing is this song, putting it on repeat. All right, sorry. What I want to say is that comparing it with the last one, I actually prefer the second one to it. When we get there, you'll see why. It's basically on the thing you mentioned with regards arrangement of the song and the events of the song in different places. You understand? That one fits more where it is than this did. But all in all, it's actually a good way to cap up the entire first saga. But since Zara is back, your thoughts on the song, Zara?
Yeah, I'm here.
Your
Um,
thoughts.
on this last Warrior of the Mind, Abby.
Yep.
Okay. So off the bat, I want to say that generally, growing up listening to mythology, one thing that I feel just generally stuck with me, and I just made up my mind that okay, you know what, this is a fact across all mythology is it is never a good thing when the gods take interest in you. In ancient Greek and I suppose to humans, it is fun and nice if a god thinks you're special and they decide to become your patron or mentor or something. But it mostly never ends well, and the mostly is like 99%. It's only like 1% of them that actually don't end up suffering or losing everything they care about, or generally just going down a very dark path of no return. And I'm not even talking about Odysseus, even Hercules too. And he wasn't even really favored. He was like a demigod and all that. Once you have something to do with them, I feel like your life is just marked with misfortune. And so this whole song of him doing Warrior of the Mind with Athena, I remember just looking at it and be like, you don't know what you are on and you don't know what you've started. Like that whole excitement that, yeah, Athena, I know it's you. And I'm like, if only they told you, like, why? You would not stretch your hand out. You would run. Because I'm not even talking about like whatever happens to them. Just generally, you do not get involved with them because it never ends well. If it's Zeus just sleeping with everything in skirt and Hera going after the skirts and killing them instead of accusing her husband, or any other history where they generally just had relations with humans, not just romantic, anyhow relations, it never really ended well. So the moment I'm listening to this song, he's taking her hand, he's excited. And man, I'm like, yeah, you've just fucked up. Like you just went and did it. Because yeah, Athena was even one of the cooler gods, right? To me anyway. But then she's still a god, so okay, you just went and done it. So that was just my mindset about this. And actually, this is even, yeah, I know, I don't think we've reached that part, right? So let me just keep that one to myself until you mention that part. So generally, that's it, Sha, from me.
All right then. All right then. Now I think with this we've come to to the end of the first saga. With all everything that has happened, with all that you've listened to, I want Dapper to basically tell us his mindset on this. Everything that has happened, all that you've listened to. What do you think about the first saga in the epic installments?
Why is this guy putting me on the spot now? Me that I'm a newcomer. Just let me join now. But anyways, my thoughts on everything all together. Um, I want to ask: is it like a book series that someone turned into musical?
It's a
Well, I mean,
story.
there's a book for it, there's a story for it.
It
Yeah.
it's like it's a mythology. It's one of these old Greek stories like Homer and the rest. This one is the Odyssey. Basically from the battle. It's a much longer story. I think it's from the Iliad, right? Think the whole story is
Yeah.
from the whole Trojan War up to Odysseus, even past Odysseus. It's a very very long story. It's basically part of the whole Greek mythology stuff. And Jorge just picked Odysseus' story in particular and is making a
Okay,
saga out of it. That's basically what it is.
one thing that me I like is that I'm not the kind of person that sits down to read books like like novels and whatnot. So since someone has been able to put it together like this, it's something that actually would interest me. That I would like to sit down, actually watch them and like follow the story chronologically. You get, but if it's for me to sit down and read something like all these fairy tale and mythology and the likes, I would rather watch a documentary on it or watch something like this, these musicals, these epic sagas on it. I would rather do that than sit down and read. So this is actually something I can actually do. And all these songs are things that I can get on Spotify, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Yep.
it's actually quite interesting. It's a new experience for me. It's something that I would look into. Yeah, from there, I would I would probably catch up with you guys so that by the time a song plays too, like Zara, I will be able to be giving some sort of sounds underneath. Or was it Mariam that was doing it the other time that they could not feel the excitement?
Mariam caught in 4K. Caught in 4K.
Ah, baby, me.
Okay.
So one thing I want to say is thank you to Jorge Rivera Herrans for this epic musical. Putting up together, it's not just him, the entire cast, the entire crew, every single one of the artists are brilliant. When I say they are brilliant, it's like as if they were God given the talent to act this particular character. It fits perfectly. I can, even if they decide to turn this into an animation in the future, I cannot imagine any other person voicing these characters if not them. That is how greatly they have done justice to the voices of this character in the first place. The second thing I want to do is thank the those people that did the animatics, because I am an anime fan and a very strong one. So to see this thing being portrayed in an animated format and closer to the anime style somewhat, because there are some animatics that is basically anime drawings done there and it hits well. And also the image of also I think I heard something about many of the animatics try to tailor the character to their original counterpart, the original voice actors. I think I heard something about that. And if that is very true, hopefully Clo can confirm. I am very much appreciated because now
It
their
is true.
division of
It
the
is true. It is true.
then that is
Actually, some of
perfect.
them.
That is
Yeah.
perfect. So that's another thing I want to thank them. Every single animator that has done an animatic of this has done relatively strong justice to it. And I'm very much proud of everybody. And also proud of this particular series. The deeper we get into the series, the more our real, should I say, the real things we're holding behind comes out. But till then, I want to first of all thank all of you for participating in this live. Hopefully, it becomes a continuous series depending on what people mention in our comment sections and in our polls that we'll run on our IG account. So based on that, we'll see if we'll be returning for the second saga. So thank you very much. Thank you, Cloak. Thank you, Zara, and thank you, Maria. And therefore, go and catch up so that everybody can geek out. Half of us did not talk because we did not want to spoil it for you. And I don't send you this thing long time ago. But we move from there. So from members of the poker team, we thank all of you, our guests, for participating in this reaction. We are grateful. So do you have anything you want to say? Let me start from Zara. Any other things you want to add?
No. Are we talking about? Okay, I just wanted to know. Can we mention our favorite songs now,
Oh
or you are
yes,
still going to
yes,
call?
we can. Yes, we can. So starting from
Okay,
you, just tell us your favorite song in the saga. So
okay. So my favorite song, or even though yeah, I kind of spoke about is "Warrior of the Mind." I am someone who generally leans more into beats than anything else. So Warrior of the Mind does it for me. I still stand by what I said. I feel like the just as Hujat said, so I'm not spoiling it. Just as Hujat said, the rest of the sagas just really hit the fan really fast. Sometimes you are just enjoying the bit, and next thing is just taking another turn. But this whole saga was relatively tame and chill compared to the rest of the whole thing, and it was just basically an opener into how this the entire thing started. And one thing that's very interesting is how
okay,
they did not start from um like why they were at war or everything. It just starts from the whole Troy saga. So sorry, the whole
all right.
Trojan horse and everything. So a part of me wishes maybe there was a song that explained why the war was this and stuff. They might just think, oh, okay, these people are just like. But then you can always look it up if it bothers you that much. So that's all from me.
All right, then. Thank you very much. So we'll go to Mariam. Your favorite song and any last words on this saga.
My favorite song for this saga is Open Arms. I just liked how upbeat it was and the low key foreshadowing of what is going to come in the next saga. So yeah, it was my favorite song for this saga. Yeah. Also, I just have a random question because I don't know whether it was Cloak or Hujat that mentioned this, but like when you were explaining to Dapo how this came about, basically just picking one story, the Odysseus story, and he Jorge, I guess, creating this musical out of it. My question is, if there was any story that was supposed to be picked out of the whole Greek mythology and turned into a musical, which one would you guys like or would want to see happening?
I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know actually, because I think this is the only one that I can think of that actually like is a long story. This whole Troy issue, I think that is the longest single story in Greek mythology that I'm aware of. All the other ones are like one shots yet, so I don't know. I don't know.
No.
But I've been seeing people requesting that he does other mythologies, like a Wukong journey to the imagine a journey to the West musical, stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know what other one I would. I don't really know what other one I would want him to do. Sure. I don't know. Maybe uh Precious is on maybe because that's another nice story. That's it's like fun and all. So maybe who knows? Maybe Hercules on maybe if it's a song for each of the trials, stuff like that. Well,
Mm.
I don't have a definite answer for that.
Well, for me, it's more of this entire saga song is more like I didn't know it was something I wanted. Do you understand? Until it
Yeah.
happened, I didn't know how much I wanted or needed something like that. So it's I still leave it up to him to bring out as many as he wants on different sagas and also on different what they call mythologies or different heroes in this in the Greek mythology. Last, I'm not gonna mind what they call a 300 retelling in musical. So there's that also. So generally, yeah, that. So Zara, do you want to give your answer to Mariam's question? Zara?
Yeah, I'm still with you.
All right, your answer to Mariam's question.
Sorry, network cracked at that point. Yeah, sorry. Hello? Can you still hear me?
Okay, I said, do you want to give your answer to Mariam's question?
That's what I'm saying. Network cracked at that point, so I actually didn't hear what she said. Sorry.
Oh,
She
okay.
was
She
asked.
asked
She was
what other what other story from from Greek mythology would you like for them to turn into an animatic or to a musical? Yeah.
Oh, easy. Hands down, Hercules. Hercules. Fair, I don't even have any other story except him. I be whether not Heracles or whatever, Hercules. Because they can literally make like a whole saga of each of the monsters he had to face. Sef. And he's one of the other few people I actually pity in Greek mythology because he collected.
Fair enough. Very much fair. And the next person that's supposed to give his view and his favorite song just got kicked out by network. Nigeria has been our major ops. So Dapo, what about you? Okay, he's back. He's back. Cloak, can you hear us?
yeah. I can hear you guys. I can hear you guys. Okay, so
All
my
right.
favorite
So
song. My favorite song is definitely Just a Man. My favorite song is Just a Man. I have that is the one I've had on repeat the most in this saga. And it's, as I said, it was also the first one that basically introduced me formally to Epic. So yeah, that one has a special place in my heart. A special place in my heart. That's my favorite. And despite how restrictive it was to discuss this saga without spoiling other sagas, it was still really, really fun to reminisce and to listen to it again. Next saga, right? I think that the next saga has, is it next saga? Oh, no. It's two sagas from now. Has what might actually be my favorite song in the entire musical. But we will get there. Hopefully, we'll get there. We'll get there. Not just my entire song, but also my sorry, not just my favorite song, but also my favorite lines of dialogue in the entire series. So we'll get there. All things being equal. So yeah, yeah, that's all I've got to say. That's all I've got to say.
All right then. Dapo, what will you say is your favorite song in this first saga so far?
Actually, is that open arms? I actually like that open arms. It's more or less from a musical place, not about the story or what's not. I just like the music itself.
Okay, fair enough. And for me, my favorite in this saga is Warrior of the Mind. And it is because of the way things later go on. Once we get to other sagas, I'm going to mention what exactly went on that made Warrior of the Mind be my favorite in this saga. But I think that's all for me. And anything else that I have to say is when we let us come back for the second, third to the eighth saga and on different live videos. That's just all I have to say. So thank you very much. All right, so Dapo, on to you to for the closing of this. Thank you very much.
All right then. So I want to appreciate everybody for joining, and I think people actually did accept this new series. And this is something that is going to be reoccurring. We are going to come back to do another episode of this. Then there will be another episode of this. Then there's going to be another episode of this. So it's going to be a continuous series. And I would like for everybody to always tune in whenever we are having this because it's something quite interesting and a bit different. So yeah, we appreciate people for joining, and we will see you guys in the next.